Hey guys, Zan here, and I recently got asked how do I create a 3D space? All music exists in a box. How big that box is depends on a few different things, but ultimately, you want to give the listener the uh, sensation of being in a space. Okay, and there's a few, really three techniques that I can think of that really kind of can give this sensation. And so I've kind of have these all ready to go, and I want to go through each of those different techniques, right? First, let's listen to this recording where it's just completely unprocessed. I did nothing to it, just stripped away any reverb as best I could. So naturally, you can't really get away with no reverb because some samples, for example, in that case, those strings have a natural reverb in their sampling. So you have to be careful with that. But the first technique is reverb, right? When you apply reverb, it's going, the more you add, the more it's going to push that sound back in this 3D space. So let's listen to it when I just reverb the piano. And now let's listen to if I reverb the strings. So you should have noticed when the piano was reverbed, it sounded further back versus when the strings were reverbed, the piano sounded closer. That's how you create the different kind of spaces, right? If everything is up close, there's no depth to the music. And so by pushing things backwards in the mix, you kind of create this visual space. Like if you close your eyes, you can hear the space. Another way to do things is to decrease the volume, right? So let's listen to what that sounds like. And in this case, there's no reverb at all. It's just volume decreased. And now the strings. So again, in the first example, the piano should have sounded further away. And in the second example, the strings should have sounded further away. So if you don't want to reverb something and don't want to apply reverb, you can decrease the volume. That will something naturally make it sound further away. And then the last one is panning. Although panning you have to be a little bit careful with, but here's a really extreme example of panning. If you have headphones, I suggest using the headphones. So in the case of panning, right, you hear them on different sides. And so visually, you think one's on one side, one is on the other side. Panning's really commonly used when mixing like really bands. You'll put one guitar on one side, one guitar on the other, and then both in the middle, right, to give that sensation of one guitar. You're at a show, one guitar's on one side, one guitar on the other side. So panning's used that way. Again, though, you kind of have these three techniques, and they can all be used in conjunction to give that sensation of this kind of 3D space. Which you choose to use, how you choose to use them, that's up to you. But these techniques should be able to help you. Hopefully, this made some sense. Feel free if you have any further questions to let me know, and I'll help out. Thanks. See you guys.